Dude,
Hello.
hello. I'm Mark. That's Jesse.
Hey, nice to meet you guys.
I want to talk to you to your most recent video that I just absolutely loved, which brought about this whole thing. In the description of the video, you said it was kind of an impromptu video. How did that
Yeah.
get going? You just go out someplace to shoot and it ended up being a video?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hot heads, cold hearts, torn in weather. Thick skin, worn thin
Yeah, so
like
the YouTube
leather.
video for my latest single, Get On Up, was in fact kind of an impromptu, really strange thing. I had in mind just kind of going up to a spot and shooting some content for social media because nowadays you need the like seven
Oh,
second
yeah.
clips. So I had a couple friends come up with me, and the plan was to get like little snippets of the chorus and maybe some of the verses, and get a bunch of photos as well. So while we were there, I was kind of like, oh, we ended up recording stuff throughout the whole song. Like we had the song just on repeat, and the guys were shooting the whole time. And so when they were kind of editing things down to, the 10, 15 second clips, I said, is there any chance you can send me all the footage you have? And maybe I can make something of this in terms of a proper like music video to kind of promote along with it. And we're like, yeah, absolutely, do your thing. So I ended up just chopping something together and, and that's what we ended up with.
Well,
Um,
you chopped really well.
Thanks.
Let's get into a little bit more of that. Yeah. So who was the guys? Do you have like people that you work with? That's a good
Yeah.
question. Because it seems like a family affair with you. Like it seems like your dad is there a bunch, and yeah.
Yeah, no, I have a very tight-knit group of people. A lot of my friends are creatives as well, so any chance that I get to kind of work with them, I jump on it. So I have a couple of friends who one of them is super into photography, like show photography, goes to a bunch of live shows, and the other one is also a photographer, and the two of them just kind of want to dabble a little bit in videography, and I was like, you know what? I just want a couple snippets. This isn't a big project. Why don't we do something together? And then it turned into to a full music video. So
That's dope.
Get on up now. Get on up now. Get on up now.
Let's talk about marketing a little bit. This is interesting to me. So like as far as like YouTube, how do you approach marketing? Do you have a philosophy on marketing?
I thought having a music video would be great. There's still space for long form video out in the ether. And I figured, yeah, we should definitely get something together. So having that was awesome to kind of be able to drive people to from Instagram or TikTok with those little snippets. And then I put a little bit of, personal budget into boosting the music video as well. So it reached more people than who I have on social media, and it kind of took off. It was funny. The other day I was looking through the comments, and I try my best to answer all the comments. Like I'm not a person who's gonna like engage with trolls and be like, oh, you're wrong, my song's so good, like shut up. I'll just be like, thanks for listening. Honestly, I will take the engagement where I can, and you commenting is blasting it out to more people. So that's the marketing strategy too, is like answer all the comments and engage with as many people as possible and keep it, peaceful. But one guy commented and said something along the lines of the unplugged guitar is too silly for me, but it's a good song. Like it's not a bad song. And the amount of people who took it personally was insane. They were like, have you ever watched a music video before in your life? They're never plugged in. And if they are, they have like it just went off. And so recently the guy came back. It's been up for like a month. And he came back and he's like, I feel like a thanks is in order for me boosting you to the algorithm because it's like 100 comments under his. And so I just wrote him back and was like, yeah, man, thanks so much. If you could like post another hate comment, that would be great.
Love your move of like posting the comments as on your platforms. That's really cool. And then I was seeing there's a bunch of like Cobain references to the guitar. Can you dive into that? Like I mean, I love Nirvana. I'm an old guy. So and and so I was just wondering, like, what is that Cobain's? Is that like Cobain's guitar? Or talk to me about this.
Yeah, it is. So I'm a diehard Cobain fan,
Yeah.
and I'm also a left-handed guitarist, and Cobain was one of the guys that I kind of looked up to growing up, and I only recently started taking guitar seriously, if I'm being honest. It's been like very singer-songwritery, limited cordage, just to get through like an open mic or like whatever, simple solo supporting. But this past couple of years I started taking lessons, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to invest in a proper guitar. And the one I want is the Fender, or the Jaguar Fender that Cobain played. I'm obsessed with him. Like, I have Cobain paraphernalia like everywhere.
What
So
is,
the guitar was an
yeah.
extra piece.
So everybody was on it. They were like, they knew what was going on.
Oh my God, yeah. And the thing is too, like, I'm not trying to push my music as any kind of genre, right? Like, I think it fits in rock, and
Yeah.
you can appreciate, like, you can kind of categorize however you want. But some people were like, wow, this is really country. And in fairness, I played it up a bit. Like, I'm wearing a fringe jacket. We have the Ford F-150. Ford actually gave us the truck. Like, I called them up. I'm like, yo, like, could you give us a truck for a shoot? And they're like, 100%. We love your music. Come down to the shop, pick out your truck. I'm like, are you kidding me? So Ford just gave us a truck. People are getting mad about me playing the Cobain guitar for country music. I'm like, but it's not country music. If you want to bring it out to the country crowd and have more people come to my shows, like, by all means. It's like with the hate comments, like,
Yeah, totally.
take it as far as you want, man. Like, get it to as many people as possible. It's country, it's blues, it's classic rock, it's pop, it's like alternative. Call it whatever you want to get more people. Yeah, no, people are mad about it. And the cool thing I will say is that a lot of like diehard music fans are getting involved. And so I'm learning a lot about like the history of things. I don't even know. But these people are coming in and they're like, if you actually knew what you were talking about, you'd know that these people used the Jaguar in country way before Cobain ever touched it. I'm like, I don't even know, man. I'm not trying to fact check anything, but everyone's talking about it, so I'm happy.
Yeah, let them
That's
go.
awesome. What an interesting thing going on with you. I love it. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I mean, engagement, right? Engagement is good. Okay, what is it about Kurt Cobain? Can you describe your love for Kurt Cobain and what happened there?
I think it's just like this kind of unapologetic approach to writing and sound. Like, I mean, definitely was one of the drivers in the grunge movement in the 90s, but like, I don't think people give him enough credit for how like impressive his melodies actually were beyond just grunge. Oh my God, sorry, I have a light flickering. It's like apocalypse town over here. Yeah, I think his musicianship is really impressive. And not to say that he wasn't a good guitarist, because he was a great guitarist, but he wasn't like Eddie Van Halen or Jimmy Page or any of these guys, but he knew how to make the instrument work for him. And that's what I'm striving to do. Like, I don't think I'll ever get to like an Eddie Van Halen place, and it's not really where I want to go, but I want to be able to make the guitar work for what it is I'm doing, and get on a stage and be able to rip that out and use it as I would my voice, and he was just a perfect example of that for me. And again, left-handed. It's a goofy thing, but I was like, oh, he did it, so why can't I?
You fall into a category of modern musicians that where you're following, who do it all. I mean, you do your own music, you record your own music, you sell your music online, and you're doing your own videos, and that's one reason why I wanted to talk to you, is because you are doing it all, and you're rocking. And
Oh, thank you.
there's a whole, I hate to use the word new wave, but it's an old wave that's coming back. It's just a lot of good rock music finally getting popular again, and you're right on top of that.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, geez,
thank
where did
you.
it go? I mean, I'm missing it. What the hell happened, dude? Yeah, let's bring it back. I need
Hell
it.
yeah.
I want it.
Hell yeah.
Well, let's go back a little bit. Okay, we went forward.
hmm
We go backward. Okay.
Let's take it back. Yeah.
So I'm so like blown away. I think that probably singer-songwriters music is the best. I think it's the most artistic thing ever. Like I make movies. That's cool. It's artistic, but I think that music is like the ultimate kind of expression.
Mhm.
It's extremely hard, probably because I can't do it. So I'm like, wow, how the hell do people do it? So how did you go from as a kid? You were like, I have these ideas. How did you form that into like, I want to write these down, I want to sing them and do all that?
Yeah, my dad is kind of the main driver in all of that. He's also a musician, and around I think 11 or 12 years old, I started bringing my own songs to my dad, and God bless my dad, like he did a great job of instilling this really solid work ethic in terms of like when it came to songwriting. He's like, I love that you're doing this and keep doing it, but get better. Like work on getting better and don't be satisfied with the first thing you come up with. Always allow yourself to write crap at the beginning, but then refine it because it's never going to be what it could be at its very first stages. So that was something that I kind of took along with me from that day. And the two of us write together, like we produce all of my music together. The past few songs that I put out were all recorded in my garage studio that I'm in right now. Like my dad is my greatest asset and biggest cheerleader. My mom's awesome too, but he was the one that made it happen when I was a kid and just kept me going and gave me some really great advice that I still live by to this day. So yeah, going strong. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
God, I don't know. Put it down. That's the thing I can never figure out. Like, I mean, I try to write screenplays, but I've heard, I mean, like as far as the writing process, it's fucking difficult, dude. I mean, I'm finding it way more difficult than I remember it being, like maybe as a kid when I wrote like little short stories and shit. But like, it's like you got to sit down. It's definitely like work. You have to go like, okay, I'm gonna do this to me. I mean, this is my philosophy, but like
100%.
then I heard like Ray Bradbury, he was like, don't sit down with an idea. You just gotta go like, you just gotta freaking blast out a bunch of stuff. And it is like the editing process to get it to what you want. That's hard for me because I'm always like, everything that I put down, I want it to be like gold. I'm like, every sentence needs to be great. And if it's not, that just stymies creativity, I think.
Yeah, and I think you end up losing the opportunity to fall upon that gold if you just limit yourself to, no, I just need, like, my pen is only gonna spurt out gold. Like, that is it. It's like there's so much limitation in that. But it's harder to just be like, to give yourself the permission to not be good. Because all you want to do is be the best.
Totally. I mean, that's a learned skill to like let yourself just be shitty and be like, oh, this didn't work out. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Interesting. I know I
Great
can't.
exercise.
I'm trying to do it. Like I'm really like actively right now, like today. I'm not right now, but like it's sometime in the anyway.
Yeah, no one's ever gonna know is the thing. Like no one's ever gonna know what you wrote unless you want to blast that out. Like maybe I should start posting that stuff too with the hate comments.
The early version.
Check out. Ooh, baby, love you. Great, awesome. Like, okay. No one will ever know. They'll only know the best. They'll only know the best version.
Look at you. Gosh, this is great.
Hey, I gotta ask you, the Elvis LP behind you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is that for real?
Yeah. So I have a thing with my dad where I get him records for every birthday. So I have like U2 over here. He's a big U2 fan. He has a Counting Crows album. And then I found the Elvis. It's Blue Hawaii.
Blue Hawaii, I see that.
Yeah, I found it at a thrift store. I don't know how it plays, but it looks pretty cool on the wall.
It does, and that's it's Elvis just stands out. So.
And a Back to the Future poster. Yeah, you're really killing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and I don't know what the hell that is, but it's an owl.
that doesn't seem on brand for what's going on right
I know, like Cobain should be there actually. I'm gonna do some rearranging. Next time we chat, it'll be better.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm reaching for what's deemed impossible for me.
A lot of your videos on YouTube, I notice, are covers, but I don't know. I like your music, I think, better.
Thanks.
Do you have a new album, or is it new music coming out?
Yes, there's so much new music happening. My dad and I have been hunkering down in the garage just trying to get some stuff done. So I'm excited. By the fall, we'll have like late September, early October, we'll have some new stuff coming out, and hopefully in EP form. I have a lot of acoustic stuff that I've kind of been sitting on since I was 17. Like I'm turning 25 in December. So it's time to get those out as well. So maybe it's like an acoustic EP and a rock EP or some form of like album with all of it. But I just need to get it out. Yeah, lots coming.
Set me
I mean, what is your goal? Is your goal to explode into the ether of rock history, and what do you want to do, and how would you go about doing that? That's a big question. Holy shit! But like
Yeah.
get down into some things. Then
Which I'm sorry, did you just tell me to figure out my life right now?
Delyn,
Okay.
Delyn.
Delyn.
Okay, got it. Okay, yeah. Figure out your life, and then let me know how you did it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, man. Like, I think the bigger the dreams, the bigger the aspirations, the farther you're gonna get. Like, I'm not gonna limit myself to being like, I'd love to play bars across Canada for the rest of my life. Like, no, I want to be selling out Wembley Stadium and Madison Square Garden, and I don't know with what music yet. Maybe I'll take a complete whatever detour from what I'm doing now, but I think my biggest goal is to just enjoy the stuff that I'm putting out and enjoy the process as much as possible, because that's really hard to do when the world is yelling at you, you're getting too old for a career in music, you're like phasing out, you're not doing the right music, you don't look the part, you don't sound the part. Like, there's so much negative that the process just becomes like, you just start questioning why you're doing it, and you have to keep coming back to why it is you're doing it. And I just love it. It's the thing that my dad and I share together. Like, I'll always hold on to that. It's my outlet. It's really like everything. It's where I find peace and my happiness. And so wherever I can take that, like, and rest assured, I will be doing whatever I can. I'm not the kind of person to like sit on my butt and be like, all right, so when is the industry going to come knocking on my door and be like, you're famous? No, I'm gonna do that myself.
Instead of putting your life in a nutshell, do you see progress over the time that you've been doing this and what you're doing?
100%. Yeah, 100%. That's a great question. It's a lot of the time it's not the progress to the level that I'd like to see yet, but I have to keep telling myself like this is the progress that it's meant to be, this progress for now. And when I was 15, I was like, why am I not Miley Cyrus? Like, come on. Like, why am I not famous? Why don't my parents let me audition for the Disney stuff? Like, why? And now I'm here at 24 and I'm like, I understand why. Because I'm not even ready now. Like, I mean, if Dave Grohl came knocking on my door and he was like, yo, open up for the Foo Fighters, I'd be 100%. Like, I'm ready. I'll take it.
Yeah.
But I have so much growth ahead of me in terms of musicianship and just personal growth, whatever, if you want to get like all hokey with it. But it's hard to say I'm happy with where things are at, because I have a vision of where I'd like things to be, but there has been progress and enough
If
of
you
it to
were
be like,
happy, you wouldn't be growing.
There you go.
this is the thing. I was having this conversation with someone the other day, and they're like, you have to work really hard to just be happy in the moment all the time. And I'm like, but then you're just kind of existing. Like, for what? What is the purpose? What is the purpose?
And the thing is, your music reflects that, doesn't it?
Yeah, like even Get On Up, when we wrote it, of course I wanted to have this like uplifting song and yeah, let's make it great. I wanted that because I wanted something that I could be kind of like singing on stage and feel like, yeah, you know what, things are fine. Like the whole kind of idea behind the song lyrically and whatnot is like, everything feels like it's against you. You don't know which way you should be going. You feel like you're being pulled in different directions. You're like flat out and face to the floor. You've hit rock bottom, but like, let's get up and let's keep doing the thing and get her done. Like that's like, it's like this athlete mentality, this like farming mentality, this just like, it's consistency that you got to stick with. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Place a bet on this Russian roulette. Now don't let it get to your head. Get on up now.
All right, well, hey, Delyn, you're amazing, and thank you so much for doing this. Keep in touch.
Exactly.
I think we'll say bye now.
Yeah,
Bye. Enjoy your week.
Waving.
okay, there we go.
Bye, Mark. Oh,
Bye, see you.
man. Delyn Grey.
Delyn Grey.